Hello everybody, it's the Lawn Gnome, and welcome to your May 2020 Funko Pop update. I'm hoping that all of you are doing well. I know that I'm doing the very best that I possibly can be in the current situation, and one of the things that I did say in the last Pop update is the fact that Funko really stepped up their game for the sake of making sure that their fans get a little smile, and let me tell you, they're still doing that. They're not doing as much as they did around the time that the pandemic started, but I still have to admit that they're doing everything that they can just to brighten up our days a little bit. I'm also kind of happy about the fact that this is going to be a relatively small Funko Pop update because, like I said, the news sort of lacked this month, even though the news was great news, but there really hasn't been that much. And now that we found out that San Diego Comic-Con got canceled for 2020, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in terms of what the exclusives are going to be. I'm sure we're going to see some of those glam shots in late May, maybe early June, but I'm also sure that they're going to be doing another virtual con to make sure that we all get those great exclusives. But of course, before we get into the news, let's take a look at how my collection has been going. So today we're going to be talking about two Funko Pops that I added to my collection that I was so excited to get when I heard that they were officially coming out. And I know that this is something that I had mentioned in so many Pop videos about the fact that I wasn't really a big Marvel collector, but one of the few things that I did say that was going to increase the amount of Marvel Pops in my collection was going to be if they decided to expand on the X-Men line. So of course, when they officially gave us the original 5 in the 1963 versions as a special Marvel 80 Years Pop set, I was hoping that there was going to be some more Pops being released, especially of characters that I would have loved to see, especially because of the fact that they were connected to my childhood so much. And even though I didn't get as many as I wanted, I still am happy with the two that were announced this year that finally got out into the retail stores. And they, of course, are two of the most popular X-Men from the 1990s, and that, of course, is Rogue and Gambit, everybody's favorite Ragin' Cajun with the light-up cards. That is definitely one of the best X-Men and one of the most popular, and Rogue is as well. But I also wanted to make sure that I got my hands on the exclusives because of the fact that I loved what they did. So the first one we're going to take a look at, of course, is Rogue. And she is a Hot Topic exclusive because even though the regular version is great, I mean, when I think of Rogue, not only do I think about her punching holes in walls, but I also think of her in her flight. And they did such a great job with this character. First of all, the details on Rogue are incredible. I love the way they gave her some really cool eyebrows because they really add a lot more expression to her face. I also love all the details on her uniform, all the way down to the X on her belt and the X on her chest. And of course, I love when you turn her sideways, you get a perfect pose of what she looks like when she is in flight with one leg up in front of the other. But also the highlight of this is definitely her hair. I love how they really wanted to give us the comic book feel with the curls and the waviness of her hair, and I just love this pop so much. Every single time I look at it, I just think of the voice that was added to her personality in the 1990s X-Men cartoon series. So glad that they made her. It was a long time coming, and she really is one of my favorites in my collection as far as my X-Men. But of course, Gambit, I love Gambit. I mean, when I first saw him in the cartoon, he became one of my all-time favorite X-Men, and I really love what they did with him in the comics. And this, of course, is the Entertainment Earth exclusive, and I would have been such a moron if I didn't go for the Entertainment Earth exclusive because of the fact that he glows in the dark. First of all, the toughest challenge that they would have with Gambit is to do the eyes, because we all know that he does have the red pupils, but he's got black eyes. So it would have been cool if they would have done like the little circle within a big circle, but you know what? This is just fine. But there are so many more details on this character that you guys just have to take a look at, which is why I'm picking it up. First of all, I love the cards going off from his hand that are going to obviously explode when they hit something, but what I really love is the ace that he's holding in his other hand because it is translucent. You can see the card itself. They did such a great job with the colors, and I love the details on the boots. That is definitely one of the best, and of course the chest piece with the part that's on his neck, which is blue, and it really does well with the pink. Also, if you take a look underneath his trench coat, he's got the pink rectangles on the sides of his pants, and of course when you turn him around, you've got the waviness of the trench coat, which is pretty much coinciding with some of the other great pops that they have given us with flowing trench coats like Constantine, just to name one. But I absolutely love this Funko Pop as well. It is definitely one of the highlights of my collection, as is Rogue, and I'm just really glad that they finally gave us these two. Though I would very much like to see some more, I still think that we are in desperate need of a Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler would just look awesome, and I wouldn't be surprised if they gave us a few variants as well. Also, I wouldn't mind getting Jean Grey in her typical X-Men uniform and not really giving us, you know, the Phoenix that we've gotten so much, even though I do have her technically in my collection as the 1963 Marvel Girl. But also, there are some villains. I mean, they've never made Apocalypse, they've never given us Pyro or Avalanche, nor have they given us Mr. Sinister. So we are definitely in need of some new X-Men in the collection, but you know what? At this point in time, I will take whatever I can get, especially if they are characters that I like. Also, Jubilee is another one that I would love to get, and you can definitely do some variants with her. But those are the newest additions to my collection in terms of Marvel, even though there are some others, but I'm kind of trying to pace everything out, especially connecting them with themes. So let's move on to the news. Funko just has known how to put smiles on our faces, and one of the few things that they did do over the last couple of weeks was make these special things that they posted on their social media, little illustrations of the true heroes of the COVID-19 pandemic, from hospital workers, grocery store workers, and vital transportation. It was just nice to see a company like Funko salute their heroes, and it would also be really nice if they actually became Funko Pops, but, you know something, I'll take these specific pictures any day of the week. But unfortunately, with some good things that Funko has been doing for the last couple of weeks, we unfortunately got a little bit of bad news from them on April 23rd, because it looked like that the pandemic had finally took its toll on Funko, and they are not stopping production, but they are slowing down production. So I don't really know what that's going to mean, but they did specifically say that some of the things that you may have pre-ordered that you might have seen when we were advertising all the new products during the toy fair, they may not be coming out as soon as you would like. So they're basically saying to us that a lot of stuff is going to be put on hold and pushed back for the sake of waiting until business picks up again. There's also been, unfortunately, a lot of speculation in regards to Funko, thinking that this means that the company is toast. Well, I don't think that that's going to be the case, especially considering the fact that they may not be showing us so many good things, but they are giving us a couple of things here and there just to brighten our spirits and let their fans know that there's still Funko stuff on the way, regardless of when it actually will be arriving. However, the Funko shop has definitely been bustling. We've gotten a lot of really cool things, from more mythical figures, another pop around the world, a new ad icon for Earth Day, which was a flocked Woodsy Owl. If you don't know who Woodsy Owl is, it basically means that I am, as I've been saying over the last couple of weeks, the old fart in the room. But probably one of the biggest things that was announced was the two cartoon characters that were allowed to be purchased on the Funko shop, and that of course was Johnny Bravo and Dexter's Laboratory, but of course they sold out instantaneously. So I don't know what this means. I have a feeling there's going to be more of these cartoon characters coming soon. I'm hoping that there will be an Ed, and Eddie, because I did love that show, but these are all fantastic. Great designs, great innovation, also very nice looking poses. We also got the Marvel Collector Core box, which of course was the Infinity Saga box, and it included a whole bunch of goodies, including two new pops, which really weren't the greatest in the world, but Black Panther in the suit that he received in the Black Panther movie, and of course Star-Lord when he was holding the Power Stone. In regards to t-shirts, there's definitely been a lot of exciting things being available at Walmart and Target, everything from Adam Sandler movies to a awesome Looney Tunes box, which features a Tweety and Sylvester t-shirt, as well as a flocked Tweety and Sylvester duo. Also, Funko announced a new line, and that is the Something Wild card game. It looks like they also include little pocket pops. I don't really know how this game is played, but they are starting off with Disney characters. So I'm really curious to see how these are going to sell, because everything that is linked to Funko seems to be selling just fine. So nice to see another little innovative treat from Funko. Also, even though there has been no sports, there has definitely been a lot of hard work to bring some Funko exclusives to the games, and I don't know what's going to happen to the ones that were announced, but we had a whole bunch of different teams announcing exclusives, including a exclusive Buster Posey from San Francisco on August 30th, as well as on August 9th, there was going to be an Ozzy Smith Pop featured at the Cardinals game, which I think is fantastic. Love the fact that they're going vintage. Ozzy Smith was one of the players that I watched when I was growing up. He was truly the wizard, as he was called, because he did backflips when he was playing shortstop in the field and made awesome plays. But there's definitely a lot of exciting things coming in the world of sports, and I'm really hoping that these products will make it to the fans at some point in time. One of the other nice things that Funko did put together was the It Gets Better project, saluting Pride, especially with June coming very soon. That is Pride Month, and they are including 3 new Funko Pops in the colors of the Pride flag, so you can get your hands on Spongebob, Batman, or Hello Kitty. Funimation also announced an exclusive 10-inch Shenron. Not only is it a metallic, but it also glows in the dark. It is now available for pre-order. It's going to be coming out at the end of 2020, so if you don't have a Shenron yet and you are a Dragon Ball Z fan, I'm pretty sure you're going to want to get your hands on this one, because I do have the original Shenron. It's a 6-inch, so I'm really curious to see the 10-inch up close. Also, a couple of other exclusives from every whichwhere, including FYE, Entertainment Earth, Pop in a Box, and GameStop from various franchises, including Marvel, The Office, Stephen King's It, and Dragon Ball Z. Walmart also gave us some exclusives of the brand new animated movie Scoob, and you can get little Scooby as a puppy, as well as Shaggy as a boy when he found Scooby. In the spirit of Earth Day, as well as just fandom in general, Hot Topic and Box Lunch gave us some really good treats. You can get a metallic 1962 first appearance of Spider-Man. You can get an Earth Day exclusive from Box Lunch and Hot Topic, one featuring Bill Nye the Science Guy, as well as the Pocahontas duo Flit and Miko, and part of me is a little upset over the fact that I didn't wait, but I did get the Morton Salt Girl, but I didn't know that there was going to be a Box Lunch exclusive of the Salt Girl in a Diamond Edition. It just makes so much sense. It does look pretty cool, but nice to see these exclusives coming as well. Also, these were Wizarding World exclusives. It is the Patronus Trio of the Golden Trio, of course, so now you can get them everywhere. So if you want Harry, Ron's, or Hermione's, or all 3, you can get them in stores all over the place now. Of course, with SpongeBob's new movie, Sponge on the Run, which I'm pretty sure is not going to be hitting theaters when it was supposed to, they've made a pop line as well, so you can get young versions of Squidward, SpongeBob, and Patrick, as well as little Gary on SpongeBob's head. Also, there was a big milestone that was announced over the last couple of weeks, and that was the fact that with the Star Trek Discovery Pops coming out, they now have officially passed the 1,000th pop in the television line. So, if you're a fan of Star Trek Discovery, you can get your hands on these 2 characters. Congratulations, Funko, on that amazing landmark. So we had heard that these were coming out. The Great Mouse Detective line is coming. You can choose between Olivia, Basil of Baker Street, and Ratigan. Of course, I've already pre-ordered Ratigan because he is one of my favorite Disney canon villains, and I am so happy to have a little Vincent Price in some shape or form in my collection. But I'm still really surprised that Dawson and Toby were not included in this. So I'm really hoping that these 3 characters sell so they can make the other 2, because they are just as important. Also, some big news that was only rumors and we never got to see the full-on glam shots, but now we got them. And I'm now even more excited to know that the Cheetah Funko Pop from Wonder Woman 1984 is coming, because the movie version of Cheetah, it looks fantastic. I cannot wait to see this character on the big screen, played by Kristen Wiig. And also, I had only teased this, but the Creepshow Creep is coming out very soon as well. Big announcement was also the Artemis Fowl series, which is unfortunate because of the fact that Artemis Fowl is not going to be in theaters. This is actually going to be coming straight to Disney+, but I know a lot of people that are excited to see this movie, so you can get the regulars as well as a chase of Artemis. You can also get a metallic BAM exclusive of Holly, as well as the exclusive Barnes & Noble triple pack featuring all three of the main characters. And to close it off, of course, we did have Target Con last month, and we can get a whole bunch of stuff that is now available, including the FM Designer Star Wars Pops, some awesome Star Wars gear celebrating the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back, and that also includes a 10-inch Boba Fett. But you can also get a Bobby Boucher from the Waterboy exclusive, as well as a Golden Wonder Woman from Wonder Woman 1984. Like I said, there wasn't really going to be much news this week because of everything that's been going on over the past couple of weeks with the COVID-19 pandemic, but even though there was some sad news in regards to what Funko is going to be doing in the next few months, it is just nice that they were able to give us what they could. Thank you very much for joining me for another Funko Pop update. Please put your comments in the box below, everybody. You know how much I love to talk Funko Pops with you. Let me know what you think Funko has done to brighten your day, especially if you're a collector, and I'll see you in the next update. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.